time to make a screen door for the little cabin. Now, the dimensions I don't really care about, because when I built it, I knew I'd be making a custom screen door and not buying one. So I just made it to whatever opening size I wanted. And then, so basically the door opening is 70 inches by 28 3/4. So my game plan, and I just ripped board down real quick, you can see on this Craftsman. This thing is a beast. Old Craftsman table saw. I love this thing. It's heavy, 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 really good. But I ripped a couple of these down to 2.5 for the outside edge. And then what I'm planning on doing is taking my little router and routing down a notch, probably, you know, halfway here, halfway, routing it down a little bit so I can overlap the braces that are going to go across. So all the braces will be overlapped into that to make it stronger, instead of doing like biscuit jointing or dowels or anything like that. And we'll see how it works out. This is all I got left for screen material scrap, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative as to how I do this, and I'm gonna have to see what I've got for wood. I may have to break out my planer and plane down some boards, but I'm gonna see what I've got for stuff right now, and hopefully it works. This is the rough design I come up with, and the width you can see isn't right, because right now I just have it sitting up on top of here just to get an idea of what I was going to do. So these boards will actually come out to here further and overlap those. Same thing over there. But what I wanted to check was to see, because I only had that piece of scrap screen left and that piece of scrap for width, and I want to have a board in the center anyway, because I hate screen doors that don't have anything in the center, because people always try to open the screen door when they're carrying something and they push against it in the center, end up ripping the screens. So I want something in the center, one, to extra brace, and two, to prevent people from ripping it. Now the top is just going to be this little piece here, same thing though, overlapped, and I think that'll give it plenty of strength though, having each of those overlapped and having the boards all on the bottom. And again, I want boards on the bottom as well, because it will prevent anybody from kicking in the bottom of the screen by accident. I've done that myself too. Try to open the door or hold the door open with your foot. So it'll be this height here for the wood, and then it'll come to screen, come to the center brace, more screen, and then the top brace. And I think that's going to be it. I'll get it all together and then I'll sand it down and clean it up. Right now I just got to measure out what I'm going to do for the overlaps, and then get a bit on my little hand router and then mark them off, route those down so they overlap nice. that's a bit of a screw up. That door looks pretty wide, huh? That ain't 28 inches. I was supposed to be subtracting 5 when I was doing my calculations, when I was figuring on routing and the difference between the boards, and I added 5. I got 10 inches extra. I just measured it out, so I need to take 10 inches off of each one of these boards and then reroute that groove just on one side and then continue. That's much better now. It's 28 inches, so it's actually fairly solid, rugged door, and I'm gonna end up stapling the screen around the back on here and the down and above here, and then I'll trim that off. I may end up using a little bit pieces of trim also to go around where the screen is, just to kind of hold it in place better and make it look a little better. But as far as a rustic screen door, I'll take that. You know, it's basically going to be what it's meant for. Slight change of plans based on the fact that the screen wouldn't go the whole way across from where it had been cut off as scrap as from the original roll. It wasn't cut even, so one side had enough, and then as you went up it went narrow, and I didn't notice that. So it's all right. Just had to make a little divider here in the center, and was able to have 2 pieces that would fit in there nice. So now it's got screen on there, and then tomorrow what I'll do is I will cut up some very, very thin trim pieces to trim behind this screen, and to make that look a little bit better. I might even go all the way down there through the gaps to the bottom to kind of cover up where I didn't go perfectly straight on the router. But you know, it's just a screen door. Okay, so it's basically complete now. Just gotta install it when I bring it back up to the lake. Pretty happy with how it came out. Inside trim pieces worked out good. Outside looks pretty nice. And that's it. Put a door handle on it and should be good to go. So I got the screen door installed. Actually works pretty good, pretty nice. And it's the spring one, so it'll spring back. The only thing I have to do is either bring up some shorter screws or just zing those off. Those were a little long. I can't put the wood around there right now, so I just put a temporary block. All the wood is way too wet right now. I'm going to do it in the spring, but at least I have it now set so the door's on and closed. That pretty much finalizes the screen room. I put a screen up top there to stop anything from coming in up top. There's a few things I want to have to do. Hey, there's my razor knife. A few things I want to have to do to, close up some more gaps in the spring, but that's minor stuff. And then now we have inside. It's about 35 to 40 degrees out right now, Fahrenheit. And I just been running the little buddy heater in here for a little bit. Nice and warm in here. I mean, it's fantastic. And I installed the wall sconces there. Also the wall sconce here. And just add a little bit more as far as decoration. I've got, let me put a little bit of light on here to make it better. And then what do we got? All right, so a little bit of light now so you can see a little better. And that is the little plaque I did on the laser engraver, and made up a few little coasters there. So as a whole, this is pretty much set. I don't think there's much more that I need to do unless I need to help my daughter with some things if she asks. Other than that, it's all going to be on her now. She's very creative, and we'll let her figure out how she wants to finish the interior and set it up, and so her and her friends can have a good time. But that's it. Thanks for sticking with me on this journey. It's been fun. It's been a good time, and it's been something I enjoy doing for my daughter.